Dr. Jennifer Smith Zolman grew up in East Liverpool, Ohio, and is a proud 1995 graduate of East Liverpool High School. She attended college at The Ohio State University, completing her Bachelor of Science in Human Nutrition degree, and obtained her Doctorate of Optometry at Nova Southeastern College of Optometry in 2006. Dr. Zollman owns a private optometry practice in Charleston, South Carolina, specializing in ocular disease, pediatric care, and neuro-optometric vision therapy. She's a fellow of the College of Optometrists in Vision Development. Dr. Zollman will become president of the South Carolina Optometric Physicians Association in August 2016, becoming one of the youngest optometrists to hold this position. Dr. Zollman is an adjunct clinical professor for 5 different colleges of optometry and the residency director in vision therapy and pediatric optometry affiliated with Southern College of Optometry, teaching future doctors in her office. She's on the American Optometric Association's Infancy and Children's Vision Committee and the South Carolina Infancy State Leader promoting infant exams and detection of early eye diseases. She serves as the co-clinical director of South Carolina's Special Olympics Lions Club International Opening Eyes program that provides vision care and glasses to the special needs population. Other professional organizations that Dr. Zollman is involved include past president of the Coastal Carolina Optometric Association, member of the American Optometric Association, member of the South Carolina Optometric Physicians Association, and member of the Optometric Nutrition Society. Dr. Zollman has been honored with the Southern Council Young Optometrist of the South in 2013, SCOPA's Young Optometrist of the Year in 2012, SCOPA's Distinguished Service Award in 2009, SCOPA's Horizon World in 2008, South Carolina Special Olympics Volunteer of the Year Award in 2013, one of Vision Monday's 2015 Most Influential Women in Optical, and also featured in Vision Monday's magazine articles, The Next Generation of Optometry Leadership in 2006 and Rising Stars in 2011. She has done numerous TV and news interviews and has written several articles for optometric magazines. Dr. Zollman has always had a deep commitment to her community. She is a member of Charleston Junior League, has worked with Pet Helpers and Animal Society. She has served as a Brownie Scout leader and has been a Big Sister in the Big Brothers Big Sisters program since 2007. Dr. Zollman was recognized with the President's Volunteer Service Award in 2007 through 2008 and the Big Brothers Big Sisters CJ Award in 2013. When not involved in professional duties, Dr. Zollman loves spending time with her family, husband Michael, daughters Lily and Addison, and their dogs Folly and Cooper. Dr. Zollman also enjoys relaxing at the beach, camping, kayaking, photography, scrapbooking, and sports, especially Ohio State football. Ladies and gentlemen, I present Dr. Jennifer Smith Zolman. Go Bucks!
Thank you. Mr. Taylor, school board, and all of the selfless teachers of the past and present, proud parents and family members, and most of all, to you, the graduates of 2016. The first thing I'd like to say is thank you. Thank you for the honor of allowing me to return to this glorious Potter's Fieldhouse to commemorate this amazing day with you. Let's say some 20-ish years ago or so, I was running line sprints up and down these floors in basketball practice. I was hitting softballs off the rafters, off the pitching machines. I was in head to toe in sequins, coming through those doors, a grand march, just like many of you just did. And I spent many days across the hallway on stage, performing like you that are in choir and band. But instead of performing the lead musical roles, like my little sister Elise, or like some of you who were singing with Foreigner last weekend, how cool was that? Cool. I would stand up there smiling from the general chorus, singing, watermelon, watermelon, watermelon. I was told that if you sing watermelon, it would always look like you were singing the words and you knew what you were doing. Sorry, Mr. Shansky, I see you back there. But as I sat in those exact same seats that you are sitting in today, I never would have imagined I'd be up here in front of you 21 years later. The last couple of weeks, I've been filled with anxiety, writing and rewriting my thoughts in hope that I would bring you some inspiration on this milestone day. I didn't think I could get away with a few watermelon, watermelon, watermelons this time. Darn it. Delivering a commencement speech is a great responsibility. Or so I thought, until I reflected back on my own graduation and the speaker, that spring day in 1995. And I could not recall their name, their gender, their age, race, not a single word that they said. This discovery allowed me to release some of my fears that I may lead you astray and to gain hope that you may leave with just a few pearls for life today. If you did happen to find a dusty old copy of the 1995 yearbook and looked me up, you would have discovered I was voted most talkative. You're probably thinking right now, oh no. But today, I just want to share with you 3 lessons that I have learned along my journey. You can all breathe a little easier now, not 10, just 3. And we will call them the 3 F lessons: failures, friendships, and finding happiness. The first one, failure. Let's talk about failure. No matter what, failures will happen to everyone. The higher you climb in life, holding true to Murphy's Law, you will eventually fall in some way, somehow. It's what you do with this opportunity of failure that will determine your path. I was lucky to know at a very early age of 13 that I wanted to do with my life. But my dream of becoming an eye doctor definitely did not come easy and without lots of ups and downs. I was born into my loving family with 2 of the most amazing parents and my older brother Philip, who became one of my best friends later. And like most of you, I grew up in the small town of East Liverpool, in this Appalachian area of Ohio, never really knowing that we didn't have money and that we were on the lower economic barometer compared to the rest of America. So growing up, I was never handed opportunities based on money or on or who my family knew. It was through hard work. And let me tell you, more than a few failures in my lifetime to get me to where I am today. While attending the Ohio State University, I had 2 arch enemies. The first
was Michigan.
The other was my nemesis, organic chemistry. OChem and I had a few battles, and we just did not get along. I struggled through 3 semesters of that evilness, squeezing out some lower-ended C's. This did not paint a pretty picture for my GPA, especially when trying to pursue a medical career. My parents were even told by a local optometrist, she will never make it. I could have curled up in a little ball and died, and I probably did cry a little bit, but just for about an hour. Then I picked myself up, and I worked harder to achieve higher grades in the courses to make up for those C's. Then my second failure came along, which could have completely changed the life that I know today. It came at the end of the years at Ohio State, when I did not get accepted to optometry school the first time that I applied. I could have packed it up and moved on, but my heart told me this was my calling and my chance to see the beauty, help others see the beauty of the world. So I worked harder and longer than I ever worked. I joined an optometry office as a technician to gain more experience. I worked nights waiting tables to make money to pay for more college courses to increase my GPA, and I looked at the failure as an opportunity to do better. And I think you can see where my story ends. Once I was accepted into optometry school, I thrived, passing my clinical courses with honors, awarded the Student SECO Clinical Excellence Award, being elected student government president and class president, serving on our college's charity organization, giving back vision to those in need. But if I would have succumbed to my failures back then, I would never be living my dream today, my calling today. Whenever you feel like you have failed, just think, what is this here to teach me? Let's look at a few famous failures. Michael Jordan, he was cut from his high school basketball team. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper for a lack of imagination and having original ideas. The Beatles, my dad's favorite, were rejected by an early recording studio saying they don't like their sound. They have no future in show business. And Albert Einstein did not speak until almost 4, and his teacher said he will never amount to much. If you only remember this, remember that there is no such thing as failure, only life trying to move us in a different direction. I think it is best said with this quote from our very own Lou Holtz. You are not born a winner, you are not born a loser. You are what you make yourself be. My second lesson is about friendships. Look around you today. These are some of the friends that you will be calling in the middle of the night for comfort and guidance. the ones that one day will be standing next to you at your weddings, whose children will become your children's best friends. They will be cheering you on through all life's ups and downs. Remember in the beginning of my talk when I talked about the line sprints and the softball and even the watermelon story? Sorry, Mr. Shanty. My partner in crime through all those memories was Casey Creator. We were like two peas in a pod. If you saw one of us, you saw the other. We went to Ohio State together. She was my little sister in our sorority, and we stood next to each other on our wedding days. Back when we were mighty potters, we used to dream of one day living by the sea. We reached those dreams, except my sea is the Atlantic and hers is the Pacific. But through the distance, she still remains one of my best friends today. Through this ever-changing world of internet, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat, one of my wishes for you is that you unplug from it all and experience the connection of real face-to-face conversations that make you laugh until you pee your pants and that make you shed tears of sadness and of joy with those you love and also with those that you don't always agree with. Surround yourself with people that you trust, treasure, and people who cherish you. This will truly determine how rich you are in life. We all need someone to love and to love us. Life is a whole heck of a lot sweeter when you can share your journey with your friends and the ones that you love. So this takes me to the final F lesson, finding happiness. This one right here, friends, will determine the way you live the rest of your life. You must listen to that little voice in your head, that feeling in your heart. That little voice is like the Siri on your phone, directing you to where your next turn is in your destination. It is the navigation system to your life, telling you what you're supposed to do and telling you what you're not supposed to do. The trick is to check your ego at the door and start checking that little voice or gut feeling instead. You must find the work that is going to bring you joy and happiness. In my first year of optometry school, I joined an organization called SVOSH, based on a little voice in my head, a gut feeling that I had. We spent hundreds of hours collecting used glasses, cleaned them, did tons of fundraising, and then we would travel to third world countries on medical missions to bring vision care to those who were very much in need. These trips changed me and really fired my passion more. I very distinctly remember one of my patients in Peru who had cataract surgery many years before. They removed his cataracts but did not replace new lenses in his eyes. He was basically walking around blind and without hope. When I gave this elderly man his eye exam and fitted him with a very high prescription pair of glasses, tears welled up in his eyes, as did mine, for it was the first time he had been able to see in years. At that moment, one thing I knew for sure, this was my calling. When you are doing the work that you are meant to do, it just feels right, and every day is a bonus, regardless of what you're getting paid. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voices that are telling you what to do to find your happiness. Honor your calling. Everybody has one. Follow your heart. It already knows what you want to become. So graduates of 2016, you have earned the right to live it up and party down today, and perhaps get as sappy as you want. So take with you these 3 F lessons: failure, friendship, and finding happiness. First, look at your failures as opportunities that are forcing you to become who you really are meant to be. Second, care for and cherish your relationships and friends today and tomorrow. They really do make all the accomplishments, trials, and life's amazing journey really worth living. And third, live each day like it is your last by following your heart's calling to find happiness. In a few moments, you will all be the East Liverpool High School graduates of 2016. I would like to be one of the first to say, welcome aboard, fellow Potter alum, and congratulations.